finally made it back in the garage. It's been a tough couple of weeks, Christmas and everything else. Towards the end of middle of December, I booked a couple of days off work to try and get some work done on the Mini, but a few things decided they were going to stop me. What happened? Booked Friday off, children at school, wife at work, thought perfect. So Thursday evening the computer crashed. I'd spend Friday fixing that, finding out what's wrong with it, got that all up and running. Couldn't be doing without that because I won't be able to edit the videos, won't be able to play games and generally amuse myself and the children. So I did that. Got a Monday off work, same scenario, children are all at school. So Sunday night we were watching a bit of telly. There's some, sounds like it's raining, but it's not raining. Go into the kitchen and there's water coming from one of the kitchen lights, which is quite annoying. Investigated it a little bit further and found a failed soldered joint on one of the central heating pipes upstairs. So that resulted in bedroom and bathroom floorboards being pulled up at 8 o'clock at night and the next day fixing it. So that took my other day. So those were 2 days I'd hoped to get a bit of work done on the Mini. Now Christmas has come, Christmas is gone, got a bit of time this afternoon to get a little bit of work done, so fingers crossed things go to plan. I'll show you where I finished last time. With the last video I lost a bit of footage because some of the audio wasn't right, the camera placing was pretty poor, so I didn't capture the last bit that I did. So I'll show you now what that is, and then we can work from there. Cut out this section here. It was all nasty and rotten. I did try to repair it, but it was worse than bad. So I've cut that out. That edge isn't great. Probably need to clean that up a bit more, but make a template up. I'm going to make a template and a patch that comes across here, down there, and then with an edge that I can add on to there, and then that can get welded round. And I'll make another piece that goes in this section. I still need to do that on the other side really. But I realised I'd already made a template, or part of the template for this section. It just fits in there. I just need to clean up this a bit more, make another piece for that, and then a steel. So we'll work out the other part of the template now. That. Just trim that corner. That corner a bit neater. I don't think it was that easy to make a metal patch as it is a cardboard one. Just get that right. Got very lucky at Christmas. Got a new magnet, so I've got my metal plate in there. I can just stick that on and it will hold it nicely together. Well, I weld it. Well, I say weld it, try to weld it. So I just need to go and find some steel and cut that out now. Pen. If it works, absolutely not. Just as you'd expect. Leave it without the lid on. So, some of the shape's close, I can cut it a little bit too big, so I can always shave it or cut it or trim it down a little bit once I've cut it down to the right shape. Right then, so I've got the metal piece roughly cut. I'm going to stick it in the vise, clean up the edges and start looking at bending it to the right shape. See how this goes. Gloves. I should wear gloves more often. I don't. Blade's all cleaned up, burr's taken off, all nice, edges cleaned up, ready for welding as well. Just got to try and bend it in the right place. Just check it against the template. Pretty close, it might need a little bit of trimming here and there. We'll get it bent and see what the score is. Those first, I think. That's a bit more like it, the right way. So that means that bend needs to go, just put this together. So that goes on there, goes there. So it needs to follow from that line. Just, there. You can quite clearly see I'm not a professional at this, can't you? A bit more. It's gone a little far, but not to worry about that. No, this bit is going to be a little bit more tricky to bend here. I need to put some more material. See how it goes. Not too bad. Not bad at all. Quite pleased with that, better than I expected. Let's try this. I will chop a little bit off edge there. That's folded round. That's got a bit too much material on. I've got another grinder. I've got a wire wheel on that, but the button doesn't work on that grinder, so it can be a bit of a pain to use. So we'll just prefer swapping discs. A bit easier. Try that for So I've got the plate nearly finished, but I did forget to restart the camera when I started welding the plate in, but it's getting there slowly. It's got a fair bit of tidying up and fettling to do, but I've run out of gas, which is really annoying because I've got a decent bit of time today. I did accidentally leave the gas on a little while ago, and I'd left it no gas. Yeah. Last time I was working on it, I left the gas on without realising, and it wasn't until I'd seen a post in Sean T's Facebook group that I realised. So I came out and turned it off. Seems most of it had escaped, unfortunately. So I suppose that'll be the end of today's fun. I better get some more gas in the next few days. I've got a couple more days off work next week, so hopefully I'll be able to nip and get some. I might pick up a roll of wire as well, because that's getting a bit low. It's quite annoying, really. So I'll go make a brew, and I shall be back in a minute. Right then, I was making a cup of tea. No fancy mini mugs here, just stripes. Had a little bit of a think about what we can do next. Since I've got some time to do some work on the car, might as well do something in the garage. So I brought this. This was the old graphics card from my computer. The reason one of my days off work was stolen was because this failed. So I thought we'd take our revenge. So wear some safety glasses for this. Adjust the camera slightly. And hopefully, there we go. You can see this graphics card. I'll move my cup of tea out of the way. Got the contamination in my cup of tea. This is my favourite hammer. That's not going to upset anyone else's day again, is it? Marvellous. And a pile of junk down there. Right then. So, now I've got that out of the system, a couple of other things to do. One is I need to know not to leave the gas on in the future, don't I? So, if I have a little bit of a rummage round up here, what have we got? Some grey primer. Yeah, I think that'll do nicely. I'll go over to the other end of the garage. Make myself a little message on the back of the door. I suppose I should have cleaned the garage door first, really, but okay, this is looking good. There we go. We learn from our mistakes, don't we? Let's see if we can draw a mini. Windows. Mini. Not very good mini, is it? Right, gas off. That's what we need to remember for future. A couple of other things to do. I've got the steering rack over there, which, although I'm replacing those things on the car, the steering racks did look relatively good when I took it off the car. So I think what I shall do is give it a bit of a clean up. Here she is. There's no real movement or play in even the drumstick joints or anything, so we'll fetch off these travel ends and perhaps give the rest of the rack a bit of a clean up, because I may just reuse this, because like I say, it wasn't bad at all. The ball joints are obviously the state of that. No good. Those bits of rubbish. I had to take my other car, the normal car, shall we say, for wheel alignment the other day, to replace these two arms on it. These bushes were the state of that. Still need to do the other side. I was putting off getting the alignment done because I want to do the other side suspension arms, but they're not happening at the moment. I'm starting to ruin my tyres. So I had to take the car to the garage to pay somebody to do something. Apart from MOTs and wheel alignment and tyres, I don't pay anybody to work on my car. Very often don't trust anybody else to work on my car, so it's a bit annoying, but new arms, drives a million times better. Now it's got some new arms. I had a new wheel bearing too. I think that's been tucked in the corner somewhere. I don't know. It'll be somewhere. I'm not sure how the sound will come out on this video. It's a new camera I got for Christmas, so I'm not entirely sure how it's going to turn out. I shall find out when I come to edit it and decide that today's been a complete waste of time, and then I shall just put a video on apologising to everybody for the appalling video instead. My word, these are tight. I think I might leave that soak for a bit. Spray the other end too. No, we can always get the heat on it, can't we? I suppose I could put a spanner on it. I don't know if I've got a 22 anymore. I lent it somebody once and never came back. But then this is old stuff, so it's probably not as big as normal cars, is it? Try some of these old fashioned sizes. I mean imperial sizes. If you'd rather not hear me ramble on, then please say so in the comments. I can be a bit of a rambler at times. Ooh, 19mm. That means it's probably meant to be 3/4, I think. So we can get another spanner on there. There we go. This 19mm is my favourite. Blimey, it's tight. I think we'll warm that up in a bit. Suppose I can get this wiped over a bit, can't I? I need to drink my tea first. I don't want to get bits in the tea. Cam gears, world patent pending. No idea if it's original rack, I would assume not, but when the car's only had 74,000 miles on, but with old cars you don't know if they've been round the clock a couple of times, do you? Could always be the case, because there's no space for the 1 or 2 or whatever. Nice. I think next job I'll chuck a little bit of paint on this just to keep it from going rusty. So well, not a bit rusty, this bit, whatever you call it when aluminium goes rusty, corroded perhaps. Don't want to get paint all over the column lines and go toward it. Right, I need to paint this somewhere. Pleased with how that came up. Doesn't look bad at all. I will replace the boots and most likely the drumsticks. I assume you can replace them, but that's cleaned up nicely. Just need some paint to put a top coat on. Other nice bits and pieces can we find to clean up. So what's something I wanted to ask you people is this is the number plate for the Mini. Wondered if anybody had come across this car before, knows anything about it. I know, I think it started its life down south. Got a stack of receipts and old history for it, so got some addresses, but they're from sort of 20-30 years ago. I don't know whether people still stay in the same place that long. Thought about writing them a letter, but if anybody recognises that registration number, then give me a shout. I'd love to hear a bit more about the car's past. I've got some receipts from the 90s when it had a new front end, which I think is the one I cut off. Wasn't particularly well put on, but it wasn't the worst front end I've ever seen. Yeah, loads of little bits and pieces, tyres, receipts for that, receipts for service, bits and pieces, all manner of things. It's quite nice really to get all that with the car. There's a bit of validity to its mileage. It's got 174 on the clock. Sorry, no it hasn't. It's got 74 on the clock, which I assume to be genuine looking at the history I've read through. Can never be too sure though, can you? Don't know what the past has been like, whether it's been kind to it or not, or people have. While I think of it, on the subject, mini YouTubers. It's quite a good community of mini YouTubers at the moment. There's a lot of very friendly people. I've received quite a warm welcome from people that have been doing this a lot longer than I have, and it's quite encouraging for their positive feedback to carry on doing it. So it's quite nice. I'd like to give a shout out to some of them. I'm going to try and remember them all, but I'm sure somebody will point one out if I've forgotten. I want to say first a big thanks to Sean C and DB Mini DIY. They've given me a lot of encouragement. George Knapp, he's encouraged me to get the car on the camera. And shout outs from Dave Jaguar. That's pretty pleased with that. The work Dave does is incredible. The cars he's got, fantastic. He's a perfectionist, I think, and his Mini looks incredible. Really does. If mine's half as good as Dave's when it's finished, then I'll be over the moon. So I had a couple of shout outs from Dave, so thanks very much, Dave. Josh Smith, young lad, 15 years old. I imagine if you're watching me, you've probably seen Josh, because I think most are talking about Josh. He's doing a cracking job learning about restoring his classic Mini. I've always said the best way to learn anything is just to have a go. You make mistakes, you learn from it, have another go. I think that's fantastic what Josh is doing. Who else is there to remember? I've started watching this last week, Mini Madness and Mad Mini Vlogger. They're both good. Mini Madness is restoring his Mini, which I found it quite funny when I saw the picture of the certified cable tie technician stick on the back of the car. I remember seeing that on a Facebook group, Mad Old Minis, quite some time ago, and I screenshotted it and stole that, and quite fancy one of those stickers for myself, so I like that. Mad Mini Vlogger's got his Mini Ruby. It's all running, which is more than mine and most, and it just needs a little bit of TLC to keep it tip top, which he's doing a fantastic job of. So I'm enjoying watching that. Of course, there's Bad Obsession Motorsport and Gentleman's Motor Racing Team, Binky and Bernie. They're good ones to watch. If you've not seen those, go check them out. Sure I've forgotten some people. I've had a lot of encouragement and a lot of positive comments, which I appreciate. So please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, even hit the bell button if you like to find out when I next upload a video. That'd be much appreciated. I'd like that. Ooh, another one. Prairie Dog. Wow, his Mini. What a thing. It's gonna take some work. Really is. Look for him on YouTube. He's got a fantastic workshop and a major project on the Mini, but he's made some good progress already, and he's building something. Don't know what it is, but he's building something. Looking forward to seeing what it is though. Keeping everybody in suspense with just little bits of clues and bits and pieces, which is quite funny. Yeah, so I think that's all the people I can think of now. Next time I'm going to write a list and mention these people, because I'm probably the most forgetful person in the world, and I forget everything all the time. So, yep, that's it. Thanks very much. If you've watched this mishmash of different things, then I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks. Found some silver wheel paint. Sure, it's not a good idea painting this in the garage. Hey, nice, doesn't it? Nice shiny steering wrap for a little Mini. They've got to dry, I'll put a bit more on soon. As soon as I can't weld anything, excuse the mess, I thought I'd put a little bit of this cure rust stuff down here, because it needs it. Once that's gone off, I'll be able to clean that up and see how solid it is. Thought of somebody else I like to watch on YouTube, Matt Green. He doesn't seem to shout out people as much as everybody else, but I've been watching his videos for about a year. Started off with the Jet Black, and now he's on the Mark 1, which is a pretty good project. He's manages to get a lot of time in his garage to work on it. Little bits of time at a time, but he's doing a tremendous job. Well worth a watch if you like classic cars or minis in particularly. It's definitely well worth a watch. Gonna go and find a bit of lacquer. I wasn't really going to paint that silver, but as soon as I found some silver paint, I have. It's They're not too bad for a what should we do type thing. Yeah, nice. Pleased with that. I think it's time to head back in the house now. Spend a bit of time with the family. Got a few other bits and pieces I could do, radius arms and whatnot, but can't be bothered to dig them out from under the car. So I suppose we'll be back when we've got some more welding gas. Bye bye.
Hello, I'm Mr. Bean today. Now then, children, I'm going to tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Max. He's there. Yeah, look. Hi, Max. He was a very silly little boy, but he liked very nice teddy bears. Like me. I'm his teddy bear. The end.